Hello, welcome. So a little bit different recording format today. Not quite in a bunch of trees when I start the video. So back in those trees there is the trail I like to insert on quite often. Now, that trail is full of homeless people. They like to camp out there and just drop the tarp. There, minor technical difficulty. I have the tarp again. So that trees back there, a lot of homeless people like to camp out in them. And, you know, like, we're talking people with mental illness and drug, or, you know, if you want to be politically correct, substance abuse issues. And the last thing I need to do is go stirring up somebody who's half asleep with a syringe in their hand. So I moved as quietly and as concealed as I could through the trees there. And if you guys can see it, it's pretty damn smoky out right now. A few hundred miles, you know, probably like 500k or more north of here. There's some big forest fires right now, and we're getting all their smoke. We're getting all the residual of that. So it is normal, though, you know, through summer to get some forest fire smoke through the river valley here, but it's pretty thick, man. So I got the shemagh, keep my mouth and nose covered as much as I can so I don't breathe in all those particulates. But I thought I'd take it off right now talking to you guys. I already mumble enough as it is. Got some deer over here having a munch, a little midnight snack. Okay, so there's some deer. And just past midnight here, actually getting close to 100, and it is May 31st. Currently 11, and saying cloudy, but it's more like smoke more than anything else. Well, onward. Alright, so my friend Rod, his channel's Free Camp Kwood, recently did a true story challenge. And I thought, that's kind of cool. Let's do one too. So mine's going to be a two-part. So we've got, oh, this is years ago when I was a teenager. We'll say it's about 20 years ago. I was hanging out with my friends, we're out cruising. I think maybe one of us was old enough to drive. And having some soda pop from 7-Eleven. We see the smoke and flames. Emergency vehicles. Like, we're talking something big has happened, right? We try and get close, but they got it blocked off. We've got, you know, cops up on the top of a bridge. You can see this guardrail's gone. And just below, just beside the bridge, just before it gets to the river, there's a little bit of grass and a bike path and stuff. And somewhere down there, you know, we had to kind of hike around to find a different way to see it. But there was a pickup truck. This pickup truck was like a banana. And by then, you know, the flames were out and it was just a smoldering wreck, right? And we tried to find out what was going on. Nobody would let us get close. You know, nobody would say anything about it. Basically just said it was an emergency scene and that was it. And you know, we're kind of wondering, okay, like, how does a vehicle just end up driving off the side of a bridge through a guardrail, you know, and down beside the bridge, right? So that's, you know, leaving us scratching our heads. So now part two. So now, like, we're waiting a day, week, you know, like, we're trying to find out what happened. We're talking to the local paper, you know, this is back when we even had a TV station here. We're trying to find out what the heck happened, right? Nobody will say anything happened. You know, you try and talk to emergency services or the police, nothing ever happened. And of course, you know, until the the grass grew back, there was a little black spot where the vehicle had landed and burnt the grass. And that was it. Once that was gone, there was no trace, and we never did find out what had happened. It was like some movie where they have a government conspiracy and a cover-up, and everything just gets vaporized, and there's no record of it ever again. So, just as Rod did, I'm going to leave this true story challenge open to anybody. If they want to pick up and carry on with the true story challenge, you know, go ahead. On your next video, throw it in there. And be interesting to see what each of you has. You know, if you do feel like doing it, it's completely up to you. Well, friends, excuse me. The prototype is here. Phase 1 of the shelter / hideout. It's really honestly just more of a hideout, but it's going to be covered in some branches. It's going to have something nice to sit on inside. This is just phase 1. Now I just got to climb inside. It's a little cozy spot. A guy can hide out. And this is setting up the tarps in the dark, right? Like, this is nowhere near finished, but it's a work in progress. What do you guys say? Do a little smoked meat with mustard sauce. There's the main course. Napkin and sport. Orange sports drink. The holy grail hamburger bun. Snickers. Instant coffee. Mustard. Some Tic Tacs. Chocolate drink mix. More orange sports drink. Matches. Drink bag. And dessert. Spider crawling on me. An orange sports drink is great. Now, I know I'm not insane. I am eating this without heating it, but the thing is, I don't want to be starting a fire right now. Just don't have the time, make sure it's out and so on. Real, you know, risk starting the forest on fire. Alright, YouTube, check this out. Now, in the US, you'll call them MREs. In Canada, we'll call them IMP. You know, basically the same thing, just different name. But these buns, the hamburger bun night, comes in these IMPs. You can't beat it. It's the best. It is absolutely great, my friends. I definitely highly recommend you get an IMP with a hamburger bun just so you can try it. This is great. Man, these Canadian Armed Forces IMPs, they nice big napkin. What do you guys say we do some dessert? How about we do some sliced pears? I know I already issued the passive challenge if you'd like to do a true story challenge. But any of you that have access to any kind of survival food, it could be one of those things like you get at the store, maybe a bucket of food, it could be an IMP or an emery. I want to challenge you guys to make a video, trying one out, and maybe why you like or dislike that particular one. This one's made out of bulletproof packaging. The USMC K-bar saved the day. Oh, the compact towel. On my second YouTube channel, I did one of these in a glass. They're pretty cool. I'll leave a link for it in the description. I'll save my beverage bag as well. These things are handy. Especially like the base on it, right? They stand up on their own when they're full of liquid. And they take up no space. You know, and if you gotta pack out, you gotta bug out, it'll keep your drink from spilling all over the inside of your pack even. Almost forgot about the Tic Tac gum, or whatever the heck that is. Fresh mint. There we go. Well, thanks for having an IMP with me. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Here's another example of just how smoky it is out here. Move to the middle of the road. You can barely see 100 meters.